Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. It is Sunday and it is the 4th of July. It is the 4th of July. Now, in all of the celebrations that will probably go on today, I really hope, since today is Sunday, well, we give God praise every day, but you really did give a praise to God on this morning before you go with the fireworks and all of that. Give him some firework praise. So we're grateful to God for you being here today to join us on this particular platform, acknowledged as Project 365. I am Portia Wheatley. I am the founder and the president of a nonprofit organization acknowledged as Trophy of Life Incorporated, where we have the great opportunity, the privilege, and the assignment to render hope, encouragement, and inspiration to individuals across the whole wide world. So we're grateful for that. Let me bring in my co-host.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday and happy 4th. I am Takara Swan, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. Before we bring on our guest, I just want to remind all of you, if you have not done so already, please go to our YouTube page, like, share, subscribe, so that you can help us bring hope, encouragement, and inspiration across the entire world. With you, we can do it together.
We definitely can do it together. Well, before I present my guest on today, I have something for you, a thought that you can ponder for the rest of the month, for the rest of the year. And this is from Gems for the Journey, authored by Dr. Vicki Johnson. Most of us are familiar with Psalm 139 and 14, which tells us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. But do you really know what that means? It means that when God created you, he created a masterpiece. There is no one else like you. Your eyes, your hair, your voice, your smile, your size, your style, your personality. It's uniquely you. You are peculiar. You are exclusively his, and he has great plans just for you. You are the praise of his glory. You are an example of God's intent to change the world. Yes, you. So today, put your ear to God's mouth. Listen carefully. He wants to tell you something about you that amazes you. God drops it in your mind, then set and rest assured, it's in your future. God made you. You are to do what he has called you to do. Are you looking for your identity? Guess what? It's in Christ. Man, that was good for me. I hope it was good for you. Well, today we have the great opportunity to bring to the platform a young lady who indeed is a good friend of mine. She is just like a daughter, and I am just so grateful to have her in my life. Well, she's going to share today about mothers changing the past in their lives, mothers that may take risk, as well as in the midst of everything that you do, you find your healing in the process. And whatever else she may want to share, she may go off track and just think about some more things, some more ideas or experiences that she has had that she may want to think about and share with our audience. Project 365. Well, first of all, Jennifer, I just want to say thank you for accepting our invitation to come. And we're so glad to have you here. And we are going to step back and let you have the platform at this time.
Well, thank you for having me. I don't really know if I'm going to be able to reach anybody, but I do know how hard it is to be a single mother, a businesswoman, where you're dedicating all your time to your business and you're not sure if you have time for your kids and your family. And then you decide to change your life and you have less time. But it all started with this lady, Dr. Vicki. You quoted her. I'm going to reference her book. In 2015, I came to Miss Portia and I said, I need a book, something that's going to give me a little inspiration. And she handed me this book, not this one exactly, because this is my copy that Dr. Vicki signed for me. And I plan on giving this to my daughters. I have two, and I have two sons as well. This book changed my life. It really showed me what love is supposed to be, what it's supposed to look like, what it's supposed to feel like. And I'd had my fair share of disappointments in love. But this was a guide for someone who didn't see it growing up. After this book, a year later, I became a single mom for the second time. And I might get a little emotional, but it brought me to where I am today. And it made me who I am today. Being strong and taking hold of what I needed to for my kids, and realizing that what I was doing was helping us survive, but we weren't living. And the good part is still yet to come for us. I'm in my 4th year of college, and I have nearly straight A's. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it by the grace of God, I guess. So my inspiration for single moms is, if you stay in the same spot, your kids are going to see you there and they're not going to progress. So I'm going to reference Steve Harvey, and he tells a story about a flea. And you can go out to your backyard and you can catch all these fleas, and you can put them in a mason jar and put the lid on them. Fleas are supposed to jump like 36 inches. But if you put them in this mason jar, they're only going to jump 2. And then when they reproduce, they're going to have fleas, and those fleas are only going to know the span of 2 inches. They're never going to even think that they can jump 36. I'm that flea. I was put in that jar. My mother was put in that jar. Maybe her parents were put in that jar. I don't know. I don't know when it started, but we were put in that jar, and no one was supposed to jump out of that jar. But I did. And you can too. And then you wait for your babies to see that you've jumped, and then they jump too. You provide inspiration to everybody around you when they see you doing it, and you're doing it good. It doesn't matter if you do it good though. You just keep trying. You keep going. You keep giving it all of your energy, and then you find healing. When all of the fog lifts and you're sitting there and you see everything that you have accomplished, it wipes away everything that was bad. You don't want it anymore. You don't feel it anymore. It wipes it away, and it's like you're reborn. You're a different person, and it's okay. I have 2 daughters, and I tell them every one, she's 15, the other one's only 3. She doesn't really understand anything that I say to her other than, do you want to go outside? But I tell my daughter every day, make good choices, because it is going to matter. And I wish I wouldn't have wasted 20 years doing everything that I wanted to do, and only doing the things that I had to do for those moments. I didn't do anything that I needed to do to better my life, to get me to a point to where I could do everything that I wanted to do. And I don't want her to continue to make those same mistakes. But it's okay to make mistakes. It is okay to make mistakes. You just have to fix them and try your best to do that. Something that I've learned through the pandemic, being a stay-at-home mom, a businesswoman, and a college student, is that everybody is different. Everybody's going through something at the exact same time. It may not be something for you, but that person is going through something. So you can't say, oh, I'm going through something, so I can't do it. I watched Dr. Vicky in another show that she did somewhere else. I don't even remember who the host was, but she said, every day we all make hard choices. No matter what the choice is, it's going to be a hard choice. Even if your choice is laying in bed all day, that's still going to be a hard choice. When you get up, if you're a single mom, you're going to have dishes out your butt to wash. You're going to have a house that's got toys everywhere. Kids that probably got into Play-Doh. I've been there. That's been me. I've been that mom that just didn't want to get up today. And there's been Play-Doh in my carpet when I did. It was a hard choice. It's a hard choice to call a college, sign up, and attend, and put your most effort into it every day. That's a hard choice every day. It doesn't matter what choice you're making. You have to make hard choices every day. And God gave us free will. We get to make our own choice. So I tell my daughter, make good choices. Make good choices for you. There are going to be days that she wants to be selfish. We're all going to want to be selfish. But we all can do it. I came from 10 years ago. I was in a far, far worse place. And now I smile. Because I know that I'm making a difference for my kids. And that is what's important to me. If you're feeling like you can't, find somebody that'll tell you that you can. Because if there's one person that will tell you that you can, that's just a little tiny bit of hope for yourself. And take it and hold it. And remind yourself, that person said I can. And if I can do it with 4 kids while running a daycare, a home daycare, I worked 10 hours a day before COVID. Anybody can do it. Everybody can do it. Whatever it is that you want to do. I'm not saying that it's go back to school, or maybe it's leave an abusive relationship, or make it as a single mom, or start a business. The sky's the limit. Everybody can do what they want to do. You got to do the hard work. It takes hard work. It's not going to be easy. I cry daily. I have put blood, sweat, and tears into my college degree and being a single mom and a business. But everybody can do it. That's it. That's all I got.
That is great. That's a great share. That was a great share. Can you speak to your healing, the process of healing?
So when I signed up for school, the day that I signed up for school, I had no idea that I was going to do it. I woke up that day and I just felt a little different. And I called a school, just popped up on my phone when I hit colleges, and it happened to be Grand Canyon University. And it's actually a Christian school. I am a Christian. I don't go to church every Sunday. I don't go to church very often, to be honest, but I do believe in God. And I know that some people that watch this are not going to believe in God, and that's okay too. I didn't know it was a Christian school until I'd already signed up for it, until I'd already gone through at least one class. And some of the messages that were coming through from the lessons that I was learning in my courses started to resonate with me. Just as a woman, not necessarily as a godly woman, just as a woman. And I started realizing that just because it didn't work with you, just because it didn't work in that situation, that does not mean that there is not someone out there, because God made me for someone. And it's more than just about love, the healing. It's about childhood trauma, just understanding who you are as a person, learning who you want to be. Because guess what? I'm going to tell my age. I'm 37. Okay. I'm 37. And I thought 3 years ago, what am I going to do with my life? If you don't make it in your 20s, you can make it in your 30s. If you don't make it in your 30s, you can do it in your 40s. There are some people that don't make it until they're 60, 70 years old. And that's okay. They finally do. So your life's not over just because you hit a number. You're not dead. You can continue to grow and live and make memories. That's the important thing. Make memories.
And Yes, definitely make
That,
memories.
that is what you're going to leave behind. People are going to remember what? Because you can't take money with you. I'm not going to take my education with me.
Those memories, definitely those memories. And you're not just a college student, you're an AB college student. That's like B plus on one of the classes I would imagine that you don't like. Now, who gets a B plus on a class that you don't like?
I do have a pretty good GPA. I do.
I know you do. I've seen it. I know you do. It's you're good. You're really good, Jen. I love you for who you are. And every now and then, you know, we have to go through these processes to get what we want when, and God already has it it's already in play in our lives. It's already in motion in our lives. So we just have to walk it out. And really, sometimes we really have to talk it out till we get there.
Yeah. Another thing that you talked about, God's plan. So I didn't want to go into God because I don't know who might be watching that doesn't believe in God. But, you know, one thing that I believe is that if you're on God's plan, everything falls into place. Your day isn't as hard. Those choices aren't as hard. If you're doing what you're set to do, whether it's you believe in a higher power or not. But when you're doing what you're not supposed to be doing, everything goes wrong.
I totally agree. That's something that we have said on this broadcast before. So I just need our viewers. This is my first time meeting her today. And if, I'm telling you, we're complete strangers and we're saying the exact same thing. When you were on God's plan, everything just falls in line and you just have to trust the process and just hang in there. One thing I really like that you said was about, you know, don't just stop living because of a certain number. You know, so our society places so much pressure on us to do things by a certain age. Like, who made up these rules? No, listen, you are in charge of your own life. Nobody said you had to be 25 when you buy your first house or 21 when you graduate college. Who made up all these rules? No, you do things in your own time, things that are made for your life, and you just trust the process and you just trust that God knows what's best for you. I am so proud of you to be, first of all, to be in school and have to work a full-time job and have to provide and be a great mother to 4 children. Being a single mom is a full-time job in itself. That's for sure. I am not a single mom. I'm not a mother, but I have watched, oh my gosh, my sister's a single mother. I've watched all these single moms pull strength from, I don't know where, from God, from the back, their ears, I don't know. They pull strength from somewhere and they just do what needs to be done. So first of all, being a wonderful mother of 4 is something to be, you know, commended. On top of that, being in school, and on top of that, have an amazing GPA. So I just want to congratulate you and say that I'm proud of you, just in case no one's told you lately. You are such an inspiration to everyone, especially single moms. And just to also touch again on that whole age factor, well, we did a broadcast a while back, and I pointed out that most of the millionaires and billionaires that are out here today did not become millionaires and billionaires when they were 20, 30, 40. Most of them, like the big ones, like KFC, you know, like Walmart, oodles and noodles, like oodles and noodles, they were like 50, 60, 70 because life happens, and they were the ones that chose to keep pushing even though things didn't go the way they planned. So we just want to encourage you guys today to keep pushing like Jennifer has. What if she gave up? No, she's only, what you said, only 37. That's like a baby. My grandma says 37, girl, you haven't even lived yet. That's what she tells me. So seriously, so just keep pushing, hang in there, believe in yourself, and I'm telling you, things will fall in line. So I just want to thank you for coming to our broadcast today and being so open and honest and so pleasant. You have such a pleasant spirit about you, and it was just such a great pleasure of mine to meet you today.
You too.
Beautiful, beautiful. And the children, you know, I know the children, and the children are just as just pleasant, well-rounded. I love them. I love them. And it's just amazing how God places people in your life. It's a purpose. It's a purpose. And we're glad for Jennifer. I'm sorry, wait a minute. Say it again.
A season or a lifetime.
One more time.
Everyone is here in a season or a lifetime.
Yeah.
Reason, season, or a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. So we are going to leave you on today. It's been a pleasure for you to tune in to hear what we had to say today through Jennifer Piet. We're grateful to God for Takira, for Portia, and for Jennifer. And of course, for you, our audience, Project 365. Well, we are going to leave today, but we will definitely see you tomorrow into another day that you do not want to miss. But this information and heart to heart that was shared today, share it with someone else so that they can be blessed, so that they can be enlightened. They can we've rendered hope, encouragement, and inspiration to you, our audience. Now you go and render it to someone else. All right. God bless you. And we shall see you tomorrow at what time, Takira?
1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Bye-bye.